up to your preference. I tend to do the day coming up. So, um, and what I do though, as you can see, is when I have different colors for different instances or different themes or contexts, or sometimes just stuff that I kind of I have questions of my own and want to bookmark it for maybe this is a reference to something that hasn't happened yet, or maybe I just don't get this, or you know what I mean, and I'll make marks of it. And what happens is when things start coming together, like you see kind of this one, we have a yellow and a green marker, and those all have their own themes. And so this is why I have these guys here to illustrate. I tend to just grab different highlighters, and then you have your pen. And I kind of assign these sort of like, general themes. I'm not too like specific, like, orange has to be this, yellow has to be this. It's kind of like, but they're associated enough to where I'm not kind of like, muddying up communication because it's like too general, and the associations kind of get diluted. You know what I mean? So I keep them somewhat tight, but I guess if you wanted to, you can get very, very, very particular in everything, including like another thing I do, because like for instance, I have stuff that has to deal with like spiritual, one of the green ones, things like that. Give you an example. Yellow means this. Blue means like anything from the heavens. Things like that. Sometimes, and just depends. The symbol basically dictates what color it gets. The context kind of is what we try to discern as we go along. So, and you start seeing these patterns, and when you get more than one symbol in there, you start checking it out. You start seeing correlations, in your dream journals quite a bit. And well, one thing that's interesting, just a little one I'll share from my own knowledge and my own experiences that I've written down here, there is a strong association with anything extraterrestrial and fantastic things. I don't know, or fantastic dream experiences or events that will cross over, basically extraterrestrial into like spiritual, of seeing old relatives and things like that, and they seem to always kind of be strongly associated with each other, and just a lot of people, in a lot of different ways. So I'm not just that's just an observation, no speculation there. So at least for me too, that's another thing. But yeah, and anyways, you get. That's one way you can use this, and you kind of look back, and you kind of can see how, in a sense, where you're at. I tend to use yellow as something because it's so common. I tend to use this one for something that I know is synchronistic. So if I have a synchronistic event in here, I'll highlight it. And so sometimes I'll have a synchronistic, spiritual, extraterrestrial dream that has all three of these colors in them, and stuff like that. And then I also do stuff where I know I've referenced them. If I've told someone the dream, I'll make a mark of it, so that way, like if someone says like, "Oh, hey, you said you're going to show me the sketch," and so that way you can just kind of go back really easy and look at all your dreams, because some are cool. It's kind of neat to kind of go back and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a lot of fun with that person." What's it called? Things like that. Just whatever. And that really kind of is it bridges into how do you use it. I mean, because from there you kind of really get an idea, where your mind is, where it's going. You can see like, oh, am I having these nightmares about the spider a whole bunch still? Why is that? Where did that come from? Things like that. Use it that way. You have a chance to kind of psychoanalyze yourself in a safe, private way. Use it. So you don't have to have like some crazy degree to kind of, go inward. Everyone should do that. So, that's kind of my thing on dream journals, pretty much. So, I hope I kind of communicated, the importance of having one. At least entertain the thought of trying to do it for a while. Because it's really cool. It makes things a lot more quote unquote real. Quotes being the theme of this one apparently. And it's just fun. lots of fun, and you learn and grow. So, thank you for watching again, and I hope that was informative, and you have some pretty sweet dreams. So, see you guys later.